So the Solana network currently has a TVL of 4.7 billion. Now that's nothing compared to the TVL of Ethereum at 44.1 billion, but since there's less liquidity in Solana, there is a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of volume that's been untapped when it comes to liquidity mining. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can start to participate in liquidity mines on platforms such as Radium, Orca, Meteora, and other Solana network positions, so that way you can start earning passive income on your cryptocurrency assets. So we're going to dive right in. Now currently Radium has a TVL of $869 million, and Orca has a TVL of $285 million, and Meteora has a TVL of $254 million. Now what exactly are these protocols? Now these are decentralized exchanges where people are trading one asset for another. So say someone wants to trade one Solana for Orca, or Orca for Solana. Or someone on Radium might want to trade Sol for, let's just say, USDC. Or someone on Meteora might want to do something similar as well and just trade one asset for another asset. The point is, all these decentralized exchanges allow for trading to happen, and as a liquidity provider, you can earn passive income on your cryptocurrency assets. And looking at some of these Meteora pools, you can see that we can provide liquidity for like Sol to USDC, or Jupe to Sol, or JLP to USDC. And over on Radium, we can provide liquidity for similar assets and other assets like Sol Render and more. And then we can do the same thing over on Orca here. But the question is, which pool should we choose? Which pool should we put our liquidity into? So we're going to be talking about all these things in today's video. And we're going to be using Metrics Finance primarily in conjunction with DeFi Llama in this video. And Metrics Finance is a software for finding the best concentrated liquidity pools, and you can also simulate your potential returns with it. And it currently only supports Orca and Radium on the Solana network. But with that being said, we can use DeFi Llama and Meteora. So a lot of the features we're going to be using in today's video is on the free plan of Metrics Finance, but some of them will be on the pro plan. And remember, on the pro plan, it's just going to make your trading life easier. So I recommend you go ahead and try it out below. I'll leave a link to a free 30-day trial in the description down below. So if you want to try out Metrics Finance Pro plan for free, just click the link in the description. So when it comes to finding our liquidity pools, I'm not going to sort by any assets in particular because I want to see if there's any new assets that I can discover. So with that being said, I want to first set some parameters. So for TVL, I want to set stuff that's higher than 1 million. And the reason I'm putting $1 million for the higher than TVL is I don't want to be in super low TVL pools, because over on the Solana network, there's some pretty new meme coins, stuff like that have very low TVLs that I don't really want to get my hands dirty with. So first thing I'm going to do is sort by the highest 24-hour volume to TVL. So I'm going to click this. Let's see. Here we go. So wow, we have some pretty high percentage volume to TVL. We can scroll down. USDC to Sol, fees APR 109%. Some pretty solid pool options right here with decent TVL. So you can look and see what has the most volume compared to the TVL, and then you can go to like the third page and see some middle ground of where it's at. So as you can see on the third page, the middle ground is about like 22%. So I'm going to go ahead and do higher than 22%. Here we go. Great. So now you can see we have 31 different potential pools. It says that in the top right corner. So that's a reasonable amount to look through. And some of these are going to be meme pools that I'm not even going to look through, like WIF to Sol and USDC to Bonk. Now, as we start to look through these, we can go ahead and favorite them by hitting the star. And this is all a part of the pool discovery process. And now, obviously, since we can't do that for Meteora over on Metrics Finance, we're going to have to use their own platforms. So we're going to head over to DLMM, which is kind of similar to Trader Joe and other protocols if you have heard of them. If you haven't heard about that, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications turned on, because we bring you the latest news and tutorials to the DeFi space. So what I'm going to first do is sort by the highest TVL right here. Hold on, let's get to it. Okay, great. Now I'm going to pay attention to some of these, such as like Jito, Sol to Sol, as well as Jupe to Sol. And even Sol to USDC, I'd probably want to look at. Now, I'm primarily looking for opportunities that have a over $1 million TVL and also include coins that I'm familiar with or already have heard of. Like, I've never heard of Cloud to USDC, even though this has a $10 million TVL. It could be a really good position, but I've personally never heard of it. So I definitely want to do more due diligence before I actually put my money into it. So then next, what you want to do is expand these, and you can see different liquidity pools that are under these different pairs. So when I expand like Jito Sol to Sol, we can see the 14 pools that are in this pair. As you can see, some of these have like no TVL or volume, but the one at the top does. This top one has 9.5 million, but some of these down here have like $122 or $300. So now if we go ahead and click on this Jito Sol to Sol, dive right into it, we can go ahead and see more data about this pool. This has a bin step of 1, which basically means that it's 1 bin wide. So that means that if we were to potentially deploy our capital into this pool, we would have to adjust it pretty often. Well, that's typically what we have to do. But since we're in a pool that's Jito Sol to Sol, and these assets are correlated, like when one rises, the other one rises, and when one falls, the other one falls, because Jito Sol is a derivative of actual Sol, this bin step 1 could be perfectly ideal in my opinion. Now, one thing we want to pay attention to is the 24-hour fee to TVL, because this could be the type of return we're looking at. So despite having a $9 million TVL, there's only $261 in fees. So that's probably not a good position we want to be in. At least not at the moment. It's not the best because there's not enough trading volume going on. You can also see the information right here, 24-hour fee to TVL, and it's going to show you the range amongst all these pools. So you can see this Sol to USDC position has 0.75% fee to TVL ratio. This one has 0.22, and the third one has 0.59. And these are different ranges basically, which is why the returns are different. So you got to try to find one that's good. Like for example, this one says 2.78%, but there's like barely any liquidity in it. It has a TVL of $184. Now, I'm not seeing too many good opportunities here, so I'm going to head over to some other platforms that I know can have some solid pools. So for example, we have Orca here. So first, let's go back to Metrics Finance, and here, let's go ahead and sort by fees APR. So let's add some filter. Let's do stuff that is lower than 1000% APR, because if it's more than that, it probably might have a data glitch or just a meme coin or something that I don't want to get into. So one thing is you can kind of tell which cryptocurrency assets are serious and which ones are meme coins, sometimes based on their icons. Like this one, WIF to Sol, it has like a dog as a profile pic. This one, USDC to Bonk, it has, I think that's a dog as a profile picture as well. So it's just something that you definitely want to keep in mind. So some of the ones I'm going to be paying attention to are USDC to Sol. I'm going to favorite that. And I'm also going to take a look at Ray to Sol potentially as well. So I'm going to favorite that. So then also JLP Sol, I'm going to go ahead and bookmark this. We can scroll through and find more assets that we're bullish on. So this one here, Render Sol, I'm going to favorite this one as well. Remember, in no way are we financial advisors. We're not telling you where to put your money and what to put it into. We are just saying what here at Builder Wealth we would do and what here at Builder Wealth we do currently. So I will give you a good tip. Yes, the Sol to USDC, along with one cryptocurrency asset paired with a stable coin, typically do give a better return than a crypto asset paired with another crypto asset. But the thing is, they have more divergence loss. But a crypto asset paired with a crypto asset is more correlated, so less divergence loss. So sometimes the trade-off is ideal, and you would want to be in a crypto, or sometimes you would want to be in a crypto stablecoin. And of course, this all depends on market circumstances. Sometimes it's better to be in one than the other. So now I'm pretty much done favoriting these pools. I have 5 to look at, and now the next step would be to simulate them. And if we simulate them and like what we see, the next step would be to potentially add it to our portfolio. But in terms of what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly how you can deploy into these liquidity pools and how to open up the positions if you're ready to open them up. So say we're going to use this pool right here, USDC to Sol. We're going to go ahead and simulate it right here. Now it's going to bring up the simulate page. So the volume is pretty consistent. So I'm going to change this from, you can use 30 if you'd like. I'm going to use like 14 days of volume. Cool. It's pretty consistent. And I'm going to tighten up the range a bit. Let's see, max price. I'm going to make it around here, min price around here. It says it's getting a yearly APR of 80%. Now that is just the estimated from Metrics Finance. So what I want to potentially deploy into this one, probably it's looking pretty solid. So I'm going to go over here and type in USDC to Sol. So I'm going to go over to Sol and type in Sol and USDC. So we can find the pool. Here we go. And I'm doing this on Orca because on Metrics Finance, it shows that the platform is Orca that this pool is on. So here's the pool right here. You can see this has the 0.05% fee tier, and you can see that matches up with the pool right here. So we could go and put in our deposit amount. So say we want to do 100 Sol, that would equal about 13,000 USDC. So anyways, my ranges got a bit messed up. I had to reload the page. So let me go back. Let's do this range, calculation range 15 days. Okay, cool. So it looks like if we were to deploy $10,000, we would need 53.7 Sol. We're going to go ahead and paste that in right here. The Sol, and then the USDC, we would need almost 3,000. So we're going to paste that in here. Let me get it exact, actually. There we go. Perfect. And then don't forget to paste in your ranges and set everything up so your total investment amount adds up. So say you want to invest $10,000, get this to say $10,000 by adjusting the values and whatever you need to do for everything to be aligned with how you want to invest in this pool. Now you will notice there is another liquidity pool over here that does show a higher yield to TVL. So we can go ahead and take a look at this one over on Metrics Finance. So here's this pool right now. I just go ahead and typed in Sol to USDC over on Metrics Finance. Make sure Orca and Radium and Solana are selected. I'm going to go ahead and open it up right here. So here we go, simulate. And you can see again, the volume history is pretty stable. So that's a good sign in terms in my eyes. So I'm going to change the calculation range to 15 days and see if we could get better returns than the other pool. So I'm going to adjust the max price and the min price. And it looks like we're estimated to get 62% yearly APR. I believe the other one was 80. So I think the other one could be a better option, but this is another option you have. I make videos about decentralized finance just like this one all the time. So make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. Anyways, have a good one.